two quick questions.
Yeah.
Whenever you get like set up for like one of those roles, like you said, that was very like straightforward, and you couldn't really. Do you ever give them advice on how to make your character better?
I'm there to please the because what you have is you're in a studio and you're with, and a lot of times especially in those kind of games, a lot of times the studio and the engineer there are like they own the studio or whatever, and so they're the ones that kind of got you in to get the gig. So I don't want to make things, rocky for them. And then you've got the producer, right? You've got the director who's been working with the translator with the Japanese producer. And so she's only he is only trying to give you, from what they can understand from the translator, from what the Japanese person is, and they essentially want to recreate the feeling that they had with the original. So when they get to a voice that they like here's a good example, Tekken 6, I do Raven. And now I didn't know the game at all when I went in there. And there's lovely people that call me in all the time at this studio, so I was very happy to have the gig. And I'd worked with the director before, she's really cool. And I hadn't worked with this producer who's Japanese, so he's like, they play the Japanese version, and so I'm like saying the line, starting with one line, just saying it several different times until I get the vibe that he wants. But the guy they played, sounded like this, talked low and was like this. So I think it was something like that. I don't even have my handle for that one. And so I do it, and he's like, yeah, that's like, okay, we'll do it like that. Now, they have animatics, which is they're not fully fleshed out. They're more boxy kind of things, and you don't really have environment set. So you sort of got an idea what's going on. It's more about physicality. It's like, so for more efforts and things. So I do this entire game, and at one point I go, this is kind of a big character. Because, he's at the end, he's got all this stuff. And then I see it. I see him, he sends me a little YouTube thing. I'm like, it's fucking Wesley Snipes. and I'm doing, I'm an announcer guy. Well, I think we'll go and do this now. It's like, I think I would have done it a little different. I'd be a little more badass about it. So when we got, they called me back to do...
Street Fighter Cross Tekken?
Yes!
Yeah, exactly. What was it again?
Street Fighter Cross Tekken.
Yeah, that's cross is what they say. Cross.
Yeah, I say X, but that's how it's pronounced.
Yeah, apparently.
Right. But if you notice, if you ever compare what I do there with the original with Tekken 6, it's a big difference.
Yeah,
I do a sample of that on my website only because it's like that's how I should have done the entire Tekken 6 game, and I'm like, that's where I'm like, oh. But as you were saying, I don't want to rock the boat or anything. I want the producers to be happy and the writer to be happy.
We'll be going
and so when I hit it, and he's like, yeah, it's like, then that's what you're getting. Because I'm just there for a day. I'm there for 4 hours, sometimes less, and I'm going to get a check, and then it's over. So it's not like my pride is on the line or anything. My pride is on the line when you're paying me $100 a day for an indie film, and they want you to then work 12 hours on location in the rain. And then I'm gonna like, you know what, I want this character, I think this character needs to have this, and this, and then I like kind of go with it, because it's now I'm doing them a favor kind of thing.
Right.
So.
And quick question.
You're too, right?
I want to know, would you be interested in starring in a TV show as a cop with his funny, quirky black sidekick?
Are you producing?
No, we can shop.
Yeah, but you got to produce it, buddy. But I'll do it. That's so funny. You think I have power? I wish you had power.
We can build the world.
I will say something though. This just came through. I don't know. It didn't come through, but I don't know if this is going to happen or not. But there's some fans on my Facebook page. I'm on Facebook, so come and friend me. Well, not friend me, it's a like. Anyway, there's somebody in Pennsylvania. This girl. Maybe you guys know her because she seems like she's got her own following. Roxy, something horror show. She seems like a very cool lady, and she would write comments every now and then. She's like, if we ever can produce a film, I'll try to suggest you for it or whatever. And it's like, yeah, sure, Yeah. And then all of a sudden, I got a thing from some film company in Philadelphia. They're doing a film next year, and they wanted to know if I would take one of 2 roles, and it's actually really good roles. And this guy gets like some names in it, like. They're looking to get George Takei in it, so those kind of names. Yeah. But I mean, George Takei, that'd be kind of cool to be in a film with him. And they had like Ernie Hudson in the last one they did. And I was looking at that, and I was like, that's through a fan. That's just freaking amazing. So I'm really, people are amazing what they do for other people. So I don't know if it'll pan out because we got to wait. But if it does pan out, I'm telling them, listen, I need a sidekick. And but you better have an agent then, because I'm not negotiating it for you. All right, just so we're clear. Oh, okay, there you go. She doesn't have a phone, she can't negotiate.
So, I mean, I understand that when you're recording, it's not all exactly in chronological order, but how much of Wesker's plans did you actually understand.
Oh,
How were you able to?
Well, ultimately, it's not. I mean, you guys have a lot to the mythology. There's a lot of details to your mythology, but as far as the overall premise, it's fairly simple, I think. So I mean, so I grasped the overall premise. I didn't necessarily know a lot of the details, and especially in that game. That was no offense to them because I love them and I would love to work for them again. But that was the difference between that experience and the Mass Effect experience. The Mass Effect, I had the other people's lines. I had a breakdown of what the scene was. I had a breakdown of what my overall character arc was, all of that. So I really knew. With that, I walked in and it was literally like an Excel spreadsheet. And these are just all your lines. And we recorded different times for different sections. So it was more like, you know, and even Liam would go and he goes, "So is that right? Is he angry at this point?" And I was like, "Oh yeah." It's like, okay, we'll be angry at this point. It was a little more kind of shooting in the dark, but it comes together in the way that it came together that was passable. You're all in the room.
You didn't really understand. I mean, you didn't only not see the other actors, you didn't even see their lines. So.
Oh, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Wow. Only times that would happen is sometimes they'd have a cut scene. Again, animatics, it's not fully fledged, or it was the mocap actors. Literally, just the mocap actors. And there was a lot of, they would show those not for dialogue but for action, for the efforts, a lot of the fighting. More importance is usually placed on the fighting portions of it than on the actual just us talking kind of stuff.
Have you met any of the other voice actors that worked on the same project with you?
Ruben Langdon, I'm grateful to him. He's a sweetheart. He's the one who wanted me in Resident Evil 5. He knew of me through Umbrella Chronicles, and I had not known of him. And then he brought me in, and then it was just really, he's a really cool guy. But yeah, no, it's a small world, so you kind of run into these people as you go. So like Liam, I ended up battling him in the two books, Near, N-I-E-R, Near.
Oh. Near, yeah.
Yeah, one of those. He's the lead in it. It's the book, the good book, and I'm the bad book. So I have a couple scenes with him, but that was very funny to battle him. But after having worked with him as a director, and then also, you know, his friend is a friend of mine, you know, kind of small world thing. So a lot of these actors, like Steve Bloom, obviously you all know Steve Bloom. Yeah. So I mean, he's in everything, and he's been doing it for so long. He just got into the Guinness Book of World Records for the most anime jobs.
Oh God!
Yeah, wow. Cool.
Oh man!
Yeah, it was like just last month. And so I'd always heard of this guy, but I'd like never met him because we're always ever alone in a room. But in cartoons, a lot of times, not all the time these days, but a lot of times they'll have the entire cast there, as much of the cast they can get to record together. So he's on Transformers Rescue Bots also. So my first time meeting him, we were like, "Hi, we know each other because we know each other, but we don't really know each other." And that was a very strange experience. So yeah, I admire that guy a lot. He's a sweetheart and very talented. So.
Thank you. Yes, you did.
Where are we at time-wise? We must be. Is there anyone wanting in this room? Because if they want video, they're. So we're actually at the end. So I'll take one more question. A burning one that everybody wants to know. But there's no questions.
I got one that everyone wants to know.
Oh, I'm sorry. No. You haven't asked one.
Okay, I'm done. You can fan the rest. Wait, what was the question?
You know, I've been told that there is only one voice for the Geth, so if they do another one and Geth are there, I will be the voice of that. So I thought it was wonderful. All right, so there we go. To be honest with you, I haven't played the game all the way through, so since I don't know the ending, but I thought you guys might find this funny. I don't quite get it, but apparently there are different variations of the ending. And a guy had,
colors.
Right. Well, some guy had tweeted EA and said, "Do you guys have plans to make a version for colorblind people?" He's colorblind, so he didn't know what the ending meant. You guys would know better than I would. Anyway. Hey, thank you. This was fun, and have a beautiful life. All right.